Brad Pitt is back. I believe in his first starring role in a World War II movie since Inglourious Basterds. Love that film. It's one of my favorite World War II movies of all time, one of my favorite movies of all time, and has one of the best endings of all time. But that movie took a more fantastical look at the war, where this new movie called Fury takes a more realistic look at World War II as we get to know 5 soldiers as they are fighting Nazis in a tank. Yes. I don't know if that's actually ever been done, especially in an American version of World War II. I know there's a film that came out in the 80s called Das Boot, where we get to know German Nazis as they are experiencing World War II in a submarine. It's one of the best movies about that I've ever seen. Actually, check it out. I highly recommend Das Boot, especially the director's cut. But with this new movie, Fury, it is directed by David Ayers, a guy that has written some really great screenplays, including Training Day, and he's also directed some amazing films, including Harsh Times, End of Watch, and he directed another movie this year that I don't really want to get into. It wasn't a movie that I really liked, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't really want to talk about it, hoping this movie would make me forget that movie was ever made. With this new film, we are centered in World War II. It's near the end of the war. It's in Germany. We get to know 5 Americans. Yes, they're all in a tank, but we get to know these guys through one character. Well, we get to know all these characters, but we get to introduce to these guys through this one character played by Logan Lerman, really great actor. This guy, Logan Lerman's character, has experienced the war mainly in an office. I believe he's a typist of some kind, and this is kind of his first time with real battle, and he's trying to get, we learn this whole movie, we're actually seeing his journey as being a very shy, timid guy that really doesn't want to shoot Nazis, to slowly becoming a soldier. And that's not really giving anything away. It's kind of in the trailer. You kind of see it in the trailer. It's not giving anything away. But through him, we get to know 4 other actors. Brad Pitt, of course, is the star. Also, John Bernthal from Walking Dead is in the movie, even though he's not on the show anymore. Really great actor. We also get to know Michael Pena's character and Shia LaBeouf. Really like Shia LaBeouf. Hope he's coming back to be in more movies and stop being crazy, because I think he's a really great actor. All these guys are really amazing actors. And we get to experience the war through their eyes, through the battles that they experience, and that's the gist of the movie. So that's all you really need to know. How was the film? Well, I love World War II movies. I, of course, have not seen them all, but of course there's a huge laundry list of amazing World War II movies that have come out ever since that amazing war. And every film that I've seen that has been honorable and great and showed the soldiers with respect has really touched my life and made me even respect the men and women who fought in that war and have secured our freedoms today. Now, with this new film, I had a lot of expectations. I think David Ayers is a great director. Even though he made another film that I didn't like this year, I think he's still a great writer and director, and he is the sole writer and director of this movie. And I think that is a good thing. I'm glad there's nobody else contributing to the screenplay. I think that is why this is an amazing film. It is just stunning to watch. The action is intense. You really have a sense of these characters. You're given time to get to know these characters. So when S hits the fan, you care about them. You want them to survive. You believe. Because these guys have been working, these characters, we get to know these characters for just a few hours, and just through a few battles. But they have experienced the war together. At least 4 of these guys has experienced years and years of the war together in these tanks. And you really, thanks to the really great acting from all the leads, even though Logan Lerman is kind of his character's new to this whole experience, we get to know these 5 guys, and we believe that they truly understand each other, that they respect each other, that they look up to each other, and that they will do anything for one another. And I think this movie is definitely respectful to the men who are definitely the real true men. This movie is not a true story, but I believe there's a lot of truth in this movie, and I think this movie does a lot of good to get us to understand and respect and know the brave men who went in these tanks, these small confined areas, and experienced the war in this just awful way. I mean, I can never understand it. That's why I respect it so much. It's something that I'm grateful that I have not had a chance to experience myself. This is the closest to war. These movies like this are the closest to war that I ever want to get. And I'm grateful for that because of those brave men who fought in that war and did some amazing things. And I think the filmmakers understand that, and that's why I think they have collaborated so well with the music, the cinematography, the acting, the location, that why this movie comes out so true and so honest. There are a few things that bothered me in the movie realm. I would say the music is amazing, but sometimes it's overwhelming. And I wasn't as emotional with this film as I've been with the past with other World War II movies. I don't know, I don't really blame the movie on that part, maybe it's just me, but I still had a human connection with this story. I cared about the characters, and that's really important when the action happens, and it's great action, it's well shot, you can see stuff happen, explosions are shocking, and what more can I say? This is what you want. This is a movie. When you go see a World War II film, this is what you want. This is the experience you want, because it just gives you that love and respect. As you're watching it, you just have that overwhelming love and respect for the men and women who fought in that war, who are fighting today for our freedoms all over the world. It's just a great reminder about that. And I think that if that's what the filmmakers wanted to get across to me, they sure did a good job doing it. I think the movie, again, as a movie, it is well made, it is well paced. It's near perfection in my eyes as a World War II movie. Some might have some faults, maybe with some of the characterizations or the stereotypes. I really didn't. I didn't see that. I just saw a really great action movie and a really great character study and a great movie all around. What more can you say? Fury is a great great World War II film. It may be one of the best. I think it is one of the best World War II movies ever made. And it's a great film directed by David Ayers, and I look forward to seeing what he has coming next. And for that, I'm going to give Fury, I'm going to give it 4 stars out of 4. I'm MovieManCHAD. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. I'm also on Twitter, and I'm on Facebook, and please go to WeLoveFilm.com and subscribe right here on YouTube to We Live Film. Also go to Long Beach Acting and Film Association right here on Facebook and Twitter. Please also go to MoviePod.com, and if you enjoyed this video movie review, please click right here. Subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. Have a great day, a wonderful night, and a wonderful life. And let me know if you've seen Fury. What is your favorite World War II movie of all time? Mine, of course, Saving Private Ryan and Glorious Bastard. Fury's definitely one of those, and some classics. Das Boot is another great World War II movie. There's so many classic and great films. Let me know in the comment box below what you thought of Fury, and what is your favorite World War II movie of all time. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful life, everyone. I'll talk to you soon on my next movie review. Peace be with you, my friends.